should be rolling. Here is the secret surprise that I have going in. Toy Story Express by Disney. Now, it is 1996. My brother has one that is the same exact number. So now I gotta change the number on it. They're still gonna have the same number, but it's gonna have 1996. Son of a biscuit! It's supposed to be 1997. I'll fix it later. So this is gonna be pretty simple, pretty easy. Turn my flash on so I can see what. Oh well, just leave your school stuff right there, Addison. And get my little caboose switches too. So here is the moment we all been waiting for. Ta-da! The hardest thing to get your hands on. And I got one. Thank God Yankee Dabbler came in clutch. I'm happy now. I'm not too upset with them anymore. I'm actually pretty pleased. But I'm very happy. Now, this is what the 8-pin decoder looks like. It's just so easy where you can just pretty much drop this into the board. I can't remember exactly what these are for. But the cube speaker, I'm going to give that to my brother since he can have it. You're quite awesome. Where's my box? Where's the box? Oh, geez. Maybe I can put this in. Sounds like Ripley's having a ball over there.
Is it his back?
Okay, so you have this, and then I'll show you a cool little trick you can do when you open up your thing here. Instructions, yes. Instructions, same thing. And then all you do is, you can kind of see. Let me make this a little bit. Can I zoom out? No? Okay. So, what you do is, you look for the board, which mine is 58410, which is right here. It'll be right there in this box right here is what I need. What I usually do, I put a big old X. That way I know exactly how to wire this puppy up. So basically you take the orange and gray wire for the motor. So what you do is, I hate to do this, but you have to do it. You gotta make sure the loose wires are out of the way because you don't want to snip them by mistake. Is snip this. Once you do this, there's no going back. There is actually no point going back because, and I think these two brown wires, those are the speaker. But this is what you do. And I need tape. I'm gonna pause this real quick so I can tape these wires right here together. That way I can go through here safely. Well, actually I can just do it like it is, actually.
Or to just get the tape for you.
Huh?
Or to just start it tape for you.
See, I get it too.
Because that's how the tape is.
I fixed some front ports and layout.
Okay.
This is for HO, by the way, just in case anybody's wondering. I had this engine when I was a kid. This is the engine broke. And what broke was the front trucks, and of course back then we didn't know we can repair it. I should have kept it, but like I said, it all came up missing. And when I seen this on eBay, I paid $32 for the whole set. But there was the additional, I think 2 to 3 cars, an additional set. My brother, he was nice enough, he got that for me, which is awesome. So this is the track here. This is going to the editor track. And then here I got the motor.
What tape you ordered
Huh?
The white one?
Yellow. I think it's, yeah, yellow tape, Addison.
And for what?
It's not?
Only I found was this tape.
Yeah, that's yellow.
Yeah, this was on the desk.
Oh, on the desk. Okay, well.
It wasn't white all the time.
Okay, kiddo. I'm gonna pause the video real quick because, not just because I need to tape this up, but I am gonna tape these wires up right here because, what is the pink wires for? Auxiliary pink and green, actually. So, what is it called? I can't even pronounce that name at all. Tenteries? I give up. So yeah, pink wire in this, so that'd be for the lights. And I believe that is for the light. But once I get this all set, programmed, so basically, once I get the motor all hooked up, which is the orange and black, once I get the orange and black all hooked up, I'm going to pause the video so I get my soldering gun all heated up and everything else like that. And get this situated kind of like off camera. That way I can concentrate what I'm doing. And then when I come back, I'll show everybody how I did it. I promise I won't edit nothing out. I will show everything how I did it. Like it says, orange and black. Or orange and gray. Sorry. Is there a gray wire? Do I see a gray wire? Right here. I think that's a gray wire.
That's gray wire.
Oh, hang on. It looks gray. Because you got black. Wait, that's red. Huh! I must got the wrong wire hooked up. That sucked. So, yeah, okay, that is gray. So I have two brown wires here. A white wire here. The gray one here. This one is the black. I don't know why I said black wire. I want to turn actually gray. Then you got blue and a yellow, a purple, and a green. And then you got a... Okay, I'm confused here. What is this wire? Okay, so this would be the red wire. The way it looks kind of like an orangish color. Pull that out of the way. These are the wires I need right there. These are the wires I don't need just yet. Actually, I don't need the tape, I don't think. So, I'm going to get these wired up. I'm going to take the decoder and flip it like this. And have these two wires soldered in like this. Now, what you do is, Loksound makes a thing on the program, if it goes reverse, you can switch it around and it can go forward. But for my case, I just want to get these set up where I want it. Have the string tube ready to go. And that way, just in case I get the wires crisscrossed and this motor goes this way for forward and then backwards for reverse, I can actually make sure to reverse the priority, like take this wire and switch it with the other wire and do that way. That way it doesn't confuse the DCC system with the headlight. So I'm going to pause it real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have the wires hooked up like it says. I'm hoping I do. The orange wire here goes to the motor. That looks orange, but it says, I'm guessing it's red. And the gray wire goes to the other side of the motor. At least I'm hoping I got it hooked up right. Because I don't see other gray wires here besides the white one. I know that is white. And then the black and red. The red goes to the right. The black goes to the left. So now I'm going to get my Lokprogrammer out and we're going to try this puppy out and see if it reads. Wish me luck. Okay, here's the big moment. I'm very nervous because normally my brother does this stuff for me. And I decided to say, hey, well, I want to kind of do it because I've been wanting to do this for a very long time. So what I'm going to do is I'm open up Lokprogrammer. Yeah, I know there's a new update. I'll get it later. and open this up. That way I can make sure it's going to read the decoder. Oh, please God. Mighty work. So far it's reading. So far so good. It works! It reads! Yes! This is my second decoder that I hooked up. Hit go. Oh yeah, I don't have sound yet. Okay. Wait a minute. Where did it stop? So I gotta flip the wires around for the motor real quick. Okay, I found out why it's kind of like going forward and it stops. My wheels need cleaned. So I gotta clean my wheels to get a better connection. That's all I gotta do. So orange wire goes to, like I said, it goes to, I don't want to move anything and make sure no wires are touching. None of them are touching. And I will put like tape or maybe like super glue over them. That way I know they're not gonna get anything, but I might just tie them up too and tape them up to here. That way they're nice and safe and tucked out of the way. The black wire comes up around and attaches to, or no, I'm sorry. So the orange wire goes to the right hand side. The gray wire goes to the left hand side. And it's got good ground on the motor and stuff like that. Alright, now it's writing the memory and stuff like that. And I might have to give my phone a break here because I don't want it to kind of overheat. So I will be editing these together, but it will be one long video. And then the orange or red wire looks orange, comes up to the track, and this gray wire, or no, black wire up here goes up to this track wire. So yeah, okay, I do have these hooked up correctly. Yeah, okay. There is a black wire right there, but I think that was for the headlight. But so far right now everything is going pretty smoothly. So I'm gonna let it do its thing and not touch anything. And we'll pick up when it's done. I'm gonna give my phone a break because it's getting hot. So I will see you guys in about half hour. Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm going to talk about some things about loksound ESU real quickly. I had to modify some stuff in my engine, but sound file. So here's my sound file that I use right here for my engine for making Toy Story work, and I have a backup file. That way, this is the stock file, nothing added, and I delete my file that I modified to make Toy Story talk with howdy hey, get this train moving, round up, snake in my boot, and got in front of me. I took howdy hey and train moving into one, and it sounds a lot better. Snake in my boot, that's a lot louder. You got in front of me, a lot louder because I wasn't too happy with how it sounded. But I have to figure out how to make it from 12,000, like this high of bytes. Because when you add it into your sound, I had to get rid of a lot of sounds that kind of sucks. Because loksound, you can't really have too many files on here, which kind of sucks because you got to have this in blue. And so what you got to do is you got to delete, like me, I had to delete my couplers because I don't really like the coupler sound anyway. Got rid of those. The open dynamic brake, I had to get rid of that. Like all this I had to get rid of, but you don't have to delete it out of here. You just, air dryer got rid of, and the shutters, the cab doors, stuff like that I got off of that. all you do is click up here, say, I don't want the horn anymore. Right click, delete the sound slot of the sound file part. But it's still in your sound files, which is no big deal. Which is good. That way they're still there. Because, friend of me, where's that at? See if I can find it real quick. Right here, you got a friend of me. You can see right now it's at 4,409,840 megabytes. If I can figure out how to make this file smaller, I'd be great. Especially all these. If I can figure out how I can make these files smaller in a way, it'll make it more easier to fit up in here with every other sound I have. Like if I don't like the coupler, I can get rid of the coupler. And it's some other ones I don't like. The cab door or cab shutters and the got everything done. This is the information of the train. Everything about the train's right here, which is pretty cool. And what horns they got, and CV9 or CV16310 is what I like right here. Now I'll show you guys why I like this engine horn the best. And also for the bell is the 164 5W or WC Hayes. I think that's how you say it. This bell I love too, and I'll show you guys why. I think that's the bell I got. I'm pretty sure. So I'll go to decoder. Here's my sound slots for my horn pack. And then you go CV9. Here's the horn. It's at 10. Because that sounds amazing. The bell, then you go down and click on bell. It's at 5. Sounds like a railroad gate, and I love that sound. It sounds cool. It's more better than that one. That one's okay. That one's cool as well. I like that one too, but I like 5 the best. But this, I didn't like the horn, so I went to 5. I like it. And then you just go over here, go to your sound slots. I always have my volume about maybe 170, 180 at the most, because I like to hear the engine. That's probably too loud, so I'm gonna do probably go. Well, I'll just leave it. And then these I have about 134, 100. If I go take 110, and that's the only thing I mess is the volume. That's it. Now I can kind of hear it. The bell needs to be maybe 100. Now I can hear the bell a little bit. And these I just have about 150, and that's it. And then you go your slot settings. Everything's the same. If your engine smokes, you can have everything right here for the settings, which I always leave it stock because why not? Motor settings, I can use the speed curve, but I'm just going to use the basic setup, just 1, 2, 3, and that's it. And see how I like it. If I want to change it, then I'll change it to the speed curve. Identification functions. There's a lot of good stuff you can learn about. Here's where you get your front headlight, rear light, or your disc lights, which I don't have any disc lights, and I'm not adding any. I just got the headlight, and all I did is turn the headlight dimmer off, because why not? And then here you have everything else. So when you add custom sounds to your engine, you just gotta make sure, and oh yeah, and how you do that, when you have your thing, so you got your sound, you hit your add sound files, and then like mine, I just go like this and hit open, and they're in here. And then all you do is go to the bottom where they're at, which mine are halfway in the top somewhere. So I forgot to show you this part. Right here. So you can see right here, some of them come over here and then turn the volume all the way up. It makes it sound a lot better. This is what you do when you add custom sounds. I found this on YouTube, and the guy talked about that. And then, not sure quite how you turn the sound off. Usually you hit the function that you have it, usually auto loop, and sometimes you gotta press it again. And then all you do is pretty much grab it, drag it, and it's in there. And Then you see like your volume goes up or down, and then all you do is hit the transaction. And you got a little plus, and you click on here, move it, and click again, like that. That's how that works. So I've clicked to deny it, and then you just transaction from here to here, and that's it. And then when you click on here, and then you got the name of the file, saying like slot 16 or whatever slot file it is you're in, and you can just name it to the sound file you name, and then exit, and it's right there. It's pretty easy, pretty simple. It's not very complicated. I love doing this. But it would take me another half hour because I didn't realize I messed up on the last sound file, and I mean everything sounded great. It was just the friend of me didn't sound like great. It was too quiet, and also snake in my boot. It's too quiet. I had to change them, so I did that. Now they sound better because I use my brand new cam, which is this is what I'm using to record my files or anything like that, and go from there. Now once you have your function mapping done, you got your driving settings, and I got mine set to about 4, which takes about 3.58 seconds to move, I think, or get to speed, which is what you want. The stopping distance, it takes about 4, almost 5 seconds to stop. And then everything else, I just leave it. And then power pack, I bridge it to about maybe 32, so around 100 and something. And that gives it about a minute or 1.5 seconds to build the power quicker. I think that's how it works, I'm guessing. A lot of this stuff I don't really mess with. The brakes you can mess with too, make them different if you like. I don't mess with the brakes, I just leave them. Analog settings is where you have your active functions in analog mode, which I don't know what all this is, but you always want to turn off the DC analog mode because you don't really need it. I don't know if it means like it can run on DC too. I don't know. And then you got your address. You use the long address short. I got my engine to 1996 or 7 because my brother has a Toy Story Train 2 and it's the same number as 1996. So I had to move mine to 97. So that way his DC, his is just plain DC, mine's got the sound file. So, and I love it. I love it. And then that's all you do. And then you can have your DC constant address. Say like you forget the address in your engine, okay? You can enable this. If it's stuck in constant mode, you can disable it. Or you can look at it and say, oh, okay, this is the number that it is. Say like you had 115 or 1120, or like me, I have 123 because it makes it easier for me to remember. Or you can actually do all ones or all zeros, whatever your number you're comfortable with that you won't forget. And then you can just do that, and then you go and you can clear constants if you have NCE. I don't know how Digitrax works. I think you can do the same thing. And that's how you do. The read write is just this stuff with programming track, which I got right here in front of my face. But fortunately I don't have the engine on the track yet because I'm gonna edit these videos real quick. And I'm going to throw the engine into the sound file. It's going to take about a half hour to do it. When you're done messing with your settings, just click the save button. That's how you do. And then when you want to add the sound, and this will write the sound data, and you can do the decoder data as well. So like, if you change something in the sound settings, like this part here, and all you gotta redo the sound. It takes about a half hour to do it. If you do anything in the decoder part, you just hit this part and it writes decoder only. This one here is where you can read the decoder data instead of going up here and reading the data. That is pretty cool. Or you can do the same thing. You can reset the decoder. Never ever update the decoder firmware, because if you do that, it erases your sound file. That ain't fun. So hopefully that takes care of the basics. And now I'll get back to you guys once I have the sound in the train. Okay, here we are. I got most of my video edit, I'm gonna make this quick as I can because it's already at 25 minutes, but it's gonna be a long video. So real quickly, once you have your, that's over there for my second screen. I'm just doing this for a quick thing because I have my toy starter right here. I think there's something I forgot to mention. Yeah. So this is the sound file that I'm about to throw in my engine. So you just click right up here, click this. Now, when you're in your sound thing, and you're in here, I don't know why my branding cam didn't show it, but you just click down here, and that's how you change the name. When you do the transaction or transgression, you got the plus. Now you see the plus on my screen. You'll click on the mute, go over to here, and hit that. And then you do the same thing, then you gotta do it again, come down over here to here. That's it. Don't know how to make it turn off. Like, say for instance, I think how they do the bell is like this, then back, or forward, then back. But when I do it to these custom sounds, they don't work like that. And I'm like, okay, not sure why. Then when you're done messing with your sound and decoder settings and all that stuff, you can hit the save file. What I'm about to do. And then you just upload the sound by hitting that red little note. Click on that, and you can see right here it'll say write decoder data and overwrite the defaults with current values. You click next. Lokprogrammer not found. We're back here. Hopefully this reads now. Okay, there we go. Now this is gonna take about half hour. Okay, so now the train is done. It's got the new file installed, and then I'm just going to check. Well, now I'm going to use this little green slit, and it says okay to accept decoder values of current project. Yes, not too bad. It's reading, and now you have the decoder. Now you can come in here to driver's cab, click go, and you should. Ooh. Ooh, oh, yes. That is cool. I'm not gonna play this too long. Not bad. It needs to be turned down just a little bit. Pause this for a second. That is cool. I just don't want to get copyrighted. Yeah, that's why I'm doing that kind of quick stuff. Oh, that's so much better. That sounds pretty good.
Hey, howdy, hey! I'm Sheriff Woody. Time to round us up an adventure. Yeah, partner. We gotta get this wagon trail moving.
That is awesome. And unfortunately, that's all the sounds I have. But I'm happy with it. I am happy with that. So now you come into the decoder part. After you got it all set up how you want it, come to decoder, your sound slot settings, and okay, so the friend. So that's at 150. I'm gonna take it to 140, and then when you're done, all you do is come up here and hit the write decoder data, and then you just overwrite defaults of current value, and you click go or next, and that's it. This is only for the decoder part. That's one important part I left out. I apologize. I didn't explain it. I didn't think about it until after the video. I was like, oh man, like, alright, well, I can explain it when I do this. And then you just hit go. Now you can hear the bell. It's about the same, about 100. definitely much better. Now I'm gonna play the other sounds real quickly. Snake in the boot, it's about 150. Roundup is at 145. So if you hear the speaker kind of, what do you call that? Staticky a little bit because it's kind of too loud. You just want to break it down until you, like, I say 5 steps. I went from 50 to 45. It sounds a lot better. Howdy, I put that on 145 too, and it sounds really great. Everything sounds really good. But still, friend is kind of loud, so I'm going to put that 136 and call that good. And I'm done. That's all I need to do. And also, I'm going to check out the headlight real quickly and see how that looks. I'm going to put that brightness. I'll put the dimmer on it. I'm going to go down to 20 to die down the brightness on it and see how that looks. And hopefully the headlight looks a lot better because that is bright. Oh, I'd be kind of cool to watch this thing at nighttime though, going around the tracks with the headlight. That don't look too bad now. I like that. That looks good. I don't know. I'm going to see what happens if I turn the dimmer off though. Just curiosity. So we all seen how it looks like with the dimmer on. Hit go. Click light. About the same. I like it. Don't look too bad. I actually like it. But I'm going to turn the 124 like that. Click next. And see driver's cab. Hit go. Oh yeah, that looks a little bit better. I like that. New video coming tomorrow. Because I got something in the mail coming and I can't wait to show you all.